Welcome to the Comic Gamer Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I'm here to talk about this big news that happened this morning. It was rumored early this morning, but later in the morning, it became official by Microsoft themselves and Bethesda Gaming. Yes, you heard me correctly. Microsoft has bought Bethesda, the entirety of Bethesda. They have come together, they have bought Bethesda, and now all the rumors are saying that all of Bethesda's games will be exclusive to Xbox. Yes, that means the Fallout franchise, Skyrim, Wolfenstein, a few other games, the Doom franchise that, everyone loved, Doom Eternal. Those will be Xbox exclusives. In fact, a lot of those new titles for Skyrim and Fallout and Doom and so on and so forth, Evil Within, will be on the Game Pass, which reportedly had 15 million subscribers to it worldwide. I don't know if that's just in America or what, but that's what I heard. This Game Pass for Microsoft/Xbox has 15 million subscribers. Now, Xbox has kind of been lagging behind in the exclusive category, when it comes to comparing them to Sony. And it's because Sony has exclusive franchises. They have Last of Us, they have Uncharted, they have God of War. They have exclusive franchises, but Sony's been willing to make multiple exclusive video games. Like that new one, that new Journey to the West game they're coming out with. And Sony's willing to make multiple brand new exclusive games that are high quality games that are potential franchises on their own. Microsoft has a couple games, but really they kind of put too much weight on the Gears of War and the Halo franchise. To be honest with you, I've always thought that, because I wasn't the biggest Gears or Halo fan. And honestly, when I got the Xbox 360 for the first time, I didn't realize that that's basically the weight of Xbox is the Halo and, is Halo and Gears of War. Which, of course, when you get at the time with 360, it was a big deal because Gears of War was just sparking and, it was just getting through the trilogy, so they had that going for it. But they've had some pretty good games, but they haven't had a lot of exclusives. Now, they've had a lot of games that have come out that were, pretty much just for the Xbox, but they haven't had a lot. Not in comparison to PlayStation. I mean, PlayStation has award-winning games that were just exclusive for the PlayStation. But with Microsoft acquiring Bethesda, one of the biggest video gaming companies on the planet, one of the biggest video gaming titles on the planet. These guys have made the Fallout and Skyrim games, which those two titles alone gives you enough cred in, the video gaming community. But then you throw in, Wolfenstein, and you throw in Doom, which Doom Eternal was just when it came out I can't remember when Doom Eternal came out, but it didn't come out too long ago. Maybe 5 months ago, something like that. When Doom Eternal came out, it was such a big thing. Everyone was talking about it. I believe they have Outer Worlds too. Outer Worlds isn't an exclusive, but I do believe they have Outer Worlds, because that's been on the Game Pass. The Outer Worlds came out on the Game Pass, but Game Pass is an interesting thing because I think Microsoft, because Sony has pretty much said that they're not going to do what Microsoft is doing, because Microsoft said that with their next consoles, they're going to have exclusive games that are going to premiere on the Game Pass, which means the Game Pass is about $10. I believe it's about $10. I think, at least that's what I think I'm paying. I don't know how much I've been paying for it. Maybe it's more than that, but I believe it's like $10 or $11. And if they probably might raise it up for the next consoles. But when you think about the games you're gonna get for free, some of the games that are gonna premiere on there for free. You're talking about Fable. We're talking about there's some games that they're talking about premiering on there for free. Sony's not gonna do that. Sony said that their Game Pass is just gonna be back catalog because they got a Sony Game Pass, a PlayStation Game Pass thing kind of going. I think it's called just PlayStation Pass. Theirs is just gonna be back catalog shit, old games that older games for older consoles that came out. There's not gonna be anything new. It's gonna be older stuff. While like I said, while Microsoft is legit gonna put brand new games on that Game Pass, you will be getting games whatever the new Fallout, whatever the new Skyrim game is. You'll be getting that on Game Pass for however it is a month. And you'll be getting that and more, just the catalog as well, because Microsoft seems to be trying to take the the way we go about finding video games in a different direction. There's already been a downward spiral in physical media and physical copies of video gaming, to the point where them putting out two different consoles, both PlayStation and Xbox putting out two different consoles that are cheaper for not having a physical, physical components to play a disc, which kind of is really pushing to eliminate discs altogether. By having it be $100 cheaper, it really does make you kind of go, okay, they're just trying to eliminate discs altogether, but they're still giving you the option. And I mean, hell, just going into GameStop the other day, yeah, I know, right? Going into GameStop the other day, Seth couldn't even get a disc to put in the PC. He had to get like this little code thing. He had to get like this thing. I can't remember what it was. It was like a chip kind of thing, but like he couldn't get a disc. It wasn't a physical disc. But I digress. It's so weird though. It's just so weird right now with physical stuff that Microsoft seems to be trying to take the next logical step of kind of going like a Netflix, doing a streaming service kind of style, because that's what Game Pass basically is. You pay a fee and we put video games on here. Some games that we completely own will always be on here. Some games like a Red Dead Redemption or a Witcher, or at the time, Bethesda games like Fallout and other games, like certain games will be on here for a limited amount of time. Games that we don't own will be on here for a limited amount of times. Games that we do own will be on here. We'll back it up with a bunch of back catalog games and games that we can hold on to, and games that lesser known games like West of the Dead. And that's the vibe that Microsoft seems to be wanting to hang their hat on. It feels like the logical step Microsoft wants to get to is to the point where everyone who buys an Xbox has Game Pass and certain and you still could go out and buy other games that Microsoft doesn't own, but eventually you could just buy Game Pass and wait for it to come out on there. Like, I feel like because 15 million people buying Game Pass, that's that's almost $12 a month from 15 million people. That's a lot of money, and I feel like that's the direction Microsoft is going in. They're trying to go take the next step and getting the product to the customers, because that's what happened to movies. It used to just be you get the DVDs, and then it was you can go and rent a movie you could buy the DVDs or buy the tape, and then you go to the movies. But now it's like I find myself having a hard time even buying a physical copy of a movie because you're gonna find it on one of these streaming services, or if you really want to watch it, you can just buy it digitally and have it at the best quality. Hell, nowadays, if you're messing with like Disney Plus, you got the extras and you got all the behind the scenes and extra shit on there too. That used to be the only thing that, like, for a long time, that was always the hang up for like buying a physical copy of something, is at least you get the behind the scenes stuff, because you wouldn't get that if you just bought it digitally. But what Disney Plus showed, earlier this year when they start coming out, especially with Avengers Endgame, is they added in all the behind-the-scenes stuff and all the extra stuff you would get with the DVD onto the streaming service. So now that's gone. So you really don't have any reason to buy a physical thing unless a copy of a movie or a DVD or a Blu-ray or anything like that, unless you actually want to. And I feel like that is where Microsoft is going. They want to make it to where you don't have to go anywhere to get what you want to get, except get a subscription, buy your Xbox, stay with us, pay for this forever until the new one comes out, and then we're going to do the same thing again. And while Sony seems to still be in that old school mindset of the product's all that matters. You know what? We're not going to give you anything for free. You're going to pay for it, but it's going to be quality. They're just going two different directions. But Sony seems to be a bit more old school, a bit more like I remember me and Steph saw this movie Ford v Ferrari, and Sony feels like Ferrari. Building these beautiful, like in that movie, just building these beautiful, technically sound movies, but it's costing an arm and a leg to do it. It's like, is your car beautiful? Yes. Is your car fantastic? Yes. Is it worth every penny? It damn sure is. But there's another way to do this to try to make money for the long haul, man. You're great now, but what about later? But this is huge news, freaking. So what do you guys think about Microsoft buying Bethesda? Is this huge news that basically all of the Bethesda things will probably be exclusive to freaking Xbox, to Xbox? This is a huge get. I can't wait to see the results of it, bad or good. I'm feeling like I'm going to end up having literally, when I made a video talking about maybe I don't need to get an Xbox this year. Maybe I just go PlayStation. They do this shit. Now I'm like, Yeah, but as soon as they come out with a freaking new Skyrim or Fallout game, I'm gonna be like, shit, I can't even play it. Thank you guys for joining the Count Game Movie Show. Please remember to like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.